Welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is SST Edupedia. Myself Ashwati Prashant, and today we are going to start with some interesting topic of 11th class, which is adsorption. Now, today we are going to discuss few points of adsorption, that is definition of adsorption, causes, classification and applications. So, let us know what is adsorption exactly. Adsorption is a process that occurs when a gas or liquid solute accumulates on the surface of a solid or a liquid that is adsorbent, forming a molecule or atomic film that is adsorbate. So, here in a diagram you can see the green molecule which are showing the adsorbate, that is a film they are creating on the surface of solid or liquid. Adsorbent are the surface which is receiving the particle from outside. Here solution, that is yellow color, are showing containing the adsorbate atoms or molecules. Now, in this slide you can see adsorption versus absorption. In the first picture, you can see a child is eating a cake or the chocolate bar, and in second one, chocolate is all over the mouth on a child's face. So here, what did you understand by this image? In the first image, the bulk volume the child is eating, that is whole amount is going inside the child. But in second diagram, second image, you can see the chocolate is all over the mouth or face of the child, that is it hasn't eaten anything but it put all the chocolate on the surface of his mouth. So, let us see the difference between adsorption and absorption. So, absorption, it is a process by which atoms, molecules or ions enters the bulk, means large amount of atoms, molecule or ion enters inside the surface of any solid or liquid. But in adsorption, the accumulation of the molecular species at surface, not in the bulk, that is on the surface of any solid or liquid, the molecules or atoms are not in bulk but in little amount and making a film on the surface but not inside the surface. It is a bulk phenomenon, absorption. As we have seen, bulk amount is entering inside the surface of any solid or liquid, so it will be a bulk phenomenon. In adsorption, it is a surface phenomenon because no molecule, atoms or ions are entering inside the surface, but they are only on the surface and making a thin film. In absorption, it is an endothermic process. Now, what is endothermic process? Whenever in any reaction the absorption of energy taking place, then this process is known as endothermic process. So absorption is an endothermic process, and in the case of adsorption, it is an exothermic process, means energy is releasing while the process happening. Absorption, it is same throughout the material, means when a liquid molecule or gaseous molecule getting absorbed in the surface, inside the surface, so the material is throughout it is absorbing. And in adsorption, in this concentration at the surface is different that of the bulk of adsorbent, means inside there is no atoms or molecules entering, but on the surface there are a thin film formation happening by the molecules, atoms or ions. So concentration is different. In absorption, it is not affected by temperature. Yes, there is no effect of temperature in the absorption process. When liquid fall on the surface of any solid, it get absorbed. But in adsorption, temperature it is a temperature dependent phenomenon. Means by the variation of temperature, the adsorption process also varies. Now, in this diagram, you can see adsorption versus absorption. In the first diagram, you can see a black color line which is showing the surface. Particles stick to the surface of the other phase. And in the second diagram, particles soak into the bulk of the other phase. So in the first diagram, we can see molecules or atoms or ions are accumulating only on the surface. So this is adsorption. But in second one, we can see the bulk amount of molecules, atom or ions entering inside the surface. So it is the absorption phenomenon. Now, why does adsorption occurs? Consequence of surface energy. As we know, liquid or solid, different liquid or different solid surfaces have their own energy because of the arrangement of atoms, particles and their intermolecular or interatomic energies. So, atoms on the surface experience a bond deficiency because they are not wholly surrounded by other atoms. So, on the surface, bond deficiency we can see. Why? Because when we see the solid surfaces that are rough in nature, so we can see roughness is because of the irregular arrangement of atoms or molecules in the solids. So because of this irregular arrangement, the energy also varies and atoms or molecules are not surrounded with the compact structures or particular structures. So because of this, they can easily hold other atoms which are coming in contact with them. Types of adsorption now. So here we can see properties and types of adsorption. Now there are two types of adsorption. One is physisorption and second one chemisorption. As we can see, physisorption means having some important physical properties in them, and in chemisorption which are showing some important chemical properties. So let us see both the types of adsorption with the properties. So first property, bonding. In physisorption, weak long range van der Waals force or interactions, example London dispersion or dipole. Now, as we know that van der Waals force of attraction or interaction are the temporary forces which are created between the atom which temporarily come in the contact with each other. So they are very short timing force of attractions. So because of these weak and temporary van der Waals forces, the adsorption taking place. In the same way, when strong short range chemical bonding involving orbital overlap and charge transfer. So in chemisorption, what is happening? Chemisorption is a strong bond formation but for the short timing. The chemical bond which are formation is taking place because of the orbital overlap and charge transfers. As we have seen, ions can also perform adsorption. So when opposite ions are coming in contact of adsorbate and adsorbent, so the strong bond formation is taking place for a short time and chemisorption taking place. Second one is enthalpy. So in physisorption, it is a weak force of attraction. So 5 to 50 kilojoule moles are the range of enthalpy. But when we see the chemisorption, the range of energy or enthalpy involved is 40 to 800 kilojoule per mole. Now saturation. So physisorption is a multi-layer, means many van der Waals force of attraction can be formed and many layers can be formed in this process. But in chemisorption, as the bond formation is taking place, so it is monolayer. Now surface specificity. So there is no surface specificity in physisorption, but in chemisorption there is a surface specificity. Nature, physisorption, it is reversible. Why? Because it is a very weak van der Waals force and which can be cancelled or which can be break very shortly, and reversible process can be takes place because the liquid when come into the solid, so when they break the van der Waals force, liquid is can be we can see in its original form and as of the solid also. But in chemisorption mostly irreversible because bonds are taking place. So when bonds are breaking, the different ions can be formed. Now applications. What are the application now? Activated carbon. For the activated carbon, hydrophobic. Now what is hydrophobic? Hydro means water, phobic means fear. So when there is a fear of water, so that is known as hydrophobic phenomena. Wastewater treatment. So for wastewater treatment, we normally are using charcoals or carbon compounds to purify the water. Decontaminant in pharmacy. So to reduce the contamination, we are using decontaminants in the pharmacy, in which adsorption process also takes place. Through the adsorption only the contamination we can reduce. Silica gel and zeolites. So these are hydrophilic in nature, means hydro means water, philic means lover. So these are hydrophilic, water lover in nature. Drying of process air. So drying of process air, when the air have moisture in it, so for drying those moisture we use these silica gel or zeolites. CO2 and hydrocarbon removal from natural gases. So there may be hydrocarbons or CO2 in the natural gases. So to reduce the amount of them, we can use this process adsorption, and for that silica gel or zeolites can be used. Vapor adsorption, refrigeration. Now for this also vapor adsorption means in refrigeration vapors of ice or the cold moisture is present. So to reduce that also we can use silica gel and zeolite by the process of adsorption. Protein adsorption on biomaterial cells. So for the adsorption of protein also we use this phenomenon. So for today's session, this was all about adsorption, and we will see something more interesting in the next session. Thank you.